Hey bitches, this podcast is from 2 years ago, so it doesn't sound very good, and Luke and Chase are not in it. So, I'm sorry. But also, fuck you. Enjoy!
Hey everybody, it's Jake and Eli here with Your Roommates podcast, and we have a special guest today. It's gonna be a fun episode. You're good. Take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Swabu. I am a music ed major at UMSL, and yeah, I'm very excited to be here, guys. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, we're very excited also to have you here. I'm glad you said yes. I wasn't sure if you would when I first asked you. I'm trying to really get out there and ask different people. We're having another guest on next week, I think.
I think at this point we've had as many guest episodes as normal episodes.
Yeah.
We haven't done a normal one in a while.
A normal episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am honored to be here.
Yeah. So Swabu here, he goes to UMSL with us. He's in his first year at UMSL, second semester.
Yep.
And what are you majoring in?
I'm going to music education, so be on the lookout. Swabu's going to be teaching all the children music.
Awesome. So what do you want to, I know you want to do music education, but like high school, elementary, where do you want to go with that?
So I want to start off with elementary school, and I think the reason why I want to do that is because music was introduced to me as a child.
Yeah.
Growing up in a family that was very religious and going to church and, having to sing and stuff like that, even if you didn't want to sing,
right.
Having to sing. And then in elementary school, recess was fun and all, but my favorite part of the day was always going to music class.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always something I enjoyed. So definitely want to start off with elementary school and then eventually high school, but I do also want to do middle school as well.
That's cool. Yeah, I think it's really important because if you have a bad music teacher,
Right.
it can shape your whole world and make you hate music.
Shaped
Exactly.
ours.
We had our music teacher was mean.
Yeah.
She was very mean. She actually, one time she told my brother he had no talent.
Oh! See, and that's what we don't need for music teachers. I believe that everyone has a voice. They just need to learn they just need to train to use it.
My brother's also very talented, so I don't know
Right.
what she was doing.
Right. You don't discourage anyone. And as you said, if you have a bad teacher, that just ruins the experience for everyone.
Right.
I want to create my classroom to be a safe haven for my children, and talked about this in my teach ed class. I want to make sure that my students are feeling safe when they go there. They leave all their troubles at the door, or even if it's music through the lyrics of that piece, it might touch them in some way. And that'll just make their day. I just love seeing expressions that music brings to people. That's so exciting.
That's cool.
So I've never heard you sing before, but
Uh-huh.
I've been told that you are very good. So
You've never heard me sing before? Either?
they're a little bit at the desk, but not really.
Oh, okay, yeah. I sing. So with me being a music student, we have to do either vocal, applied voice, or applied instrument lessons, depending on what you go into. And since I'm majoring in voice, I do voice lessons.
Yeah.
So with me, I'm a rarity. I am a countertenor in the classic music world.
Okay.
So I study.
What does that mean?
So a countertenor has a voice range of an alto or soprano.
Okay.
So I can go above and beyond.
Right.
I would say with the soprano part, I can go to a soprano 2, which is the lower soprano
Right.
part.
That's the really high one.
Yeah, soprano 1 is they're screaming and
Yeah.
shooting E's and F's and stuff like that, and G's I can't yet. But yeah, I train as a countertenor. It's super fun. I've been training as a countertenor for about, I graduated in 23 years now. I found out my junior year of high school was the reckoning when I found out I was a countertenor. My voice teacher then, he was we were just going through scales and stuff. He was like, Swabu, continue. I was getting higher, and he was like, Swabu, you're a countertenor. And I was like, oh, what? I didn't know what that meant. And, he explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I am. and I've been super. I mean, I've had my ups and downs with it. There's a lot of it's a lot of difficulties with like keeping my voice like in this like consistency. Like I don't have consistent like tone sometimes. Sometimes it drops down, and you know, my voice teacher, she's like, you need to tune your resonance up and all this other stuff, music terms. But being a countertenor is one of the, I feel like it's so much fun. Like you hear some beautiful pieces. One countertenor that I follow like wholeheartedly, his name is Philippe Jarouski, and he's like French or something like that, and he's a true inspiration to me. He has a beautiful voice, so that's one person who I truly like look up to.
Yeah, that's cool. Shout out to that guy. He's Philippe the man. So do you do like competitions here at Umsel?
So we had a competition at we had this competition called NATS.
Yeah.
It's the National. Ooh, I don't want to like say the name wrong. So it's called NATS. And your voice teacher and the students that's in that studio, they go to. So this year we went to MOBAP.
Yeah.
And we had our competition there. Like they divide us into our voice part, and they divide us up into like what year we are, and like so freshmen men, freshmen women, like that's how they like divide it up. And you sing 2 pieces for 3 judges. And an accompanist you've never met before. So hopefully they know what speed you're going. Exactly. So it's a one shot and go. And so I placed, I believe they took, so 2 judges scored me for 3rd place. Or it was 3rd place, and then 1 scored me for 5th place. And it was due to the fact I had a German piece titled Ständchen. And I fucked up on the words, the German words in the first verse. I was super scared of messing up the second part of the song. Totally practiced that. And when the day came, I messed up on the first part. I was super pissed about that. I was like, I cannot believe that I just messed up on the first verse when that's the verse that I've known all this time. But it's because I spent too much time on that second part. Totally forgot the first.
Yeah, that happens. Because I mean, we play music a lot. And I remember one time when we were recording for an EP we did a long time ago.
Right.
There was one song that I had to sing for, and like the main part was like way harder, so I practiced that for like weeks. And when I had to do the early parts, I was like, shit, I can't do these anymore. So it definitely happens. You get caught up in doing other stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But I sung an English piece too. Nailed that one. But
I know English.
I know English at times. But yeah, it was a very humbling experience. There was another countertenor there who was in the division of, I believe he was a junior or senior, and he won in his division, and his voice was amazing. I truly respected everything that he did. He laid all of that up on the stage. He left it on the stage.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Yeah,
so
that's fun.
It does sound fun.
Yeah.
Use all these like the music you sing has to be so difficult, right?
There can be some easy pieces, and there can be pieces that might seem easy but are super difficult.
Yeah.
I had this piece last semester. It was a Henry Purcell piece titled "Turn Then Thine Eyes."
Okay.
It's in English, and it was English is easy.
Yeah.
Wrong. He wanted this piece was to make my voice move more, and so it was so fast. That song was so fast. It's like, turn then thine eyes, turn then thine eyes, turn then thine eyes, like so fast. And I'm just like, I can't go that fast. I can't go that fast. And that was this last semester. That was the song that I hated the most. So
There's just So those are all the pieces you do are like, it's they're very intense, like, cause like we come from like a less
I only did one choir.
yeah, we're not really. I don't sing. I
Like
drum.
choral
But
I call us degenerates.
we're degenerates. we're
in the music world.
So, we definitely have a respect for you doing like these intense things that we probably could never do.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work to do, and
Yes, there you go. There's the word.
classically trained. Yes, it's the way to it's the way to move. It's the way to live.
So is like classical music like your passion, or do you have like you just love all music?
I love all music, but I've been listening to a lot more classical music now. Like I love my like pop music here and there, and I love my like soul music. You gotta love your soul music. Classic rock or whatever. But classical music, it's really like shaped me. Like it's a good foundation to start with. That's where all music comes from. Is like
definitely
classical music. There was in my theory class, my professor, he showed us this video of this comedian back in like the 80s or something like that. There's this composer, his last name was Pachelbel, and
oh yeah, of course.
The
wedding song.
Yes, the Canon in D.
Mm-hmm.
And so the comedian, he had a guitar on stage, and he was playing the guitar, and he was playing like the chords of Canon in D.
Right.
And the reason why he was using that was because everybody around that era was using that
Pop songs
like
use it all the time. Progression.
Yeah, using that progression. So he was like going through like playing the Pachelbel song, and then all of a sudden he started singing like all these other different songs that use that same like progression, and I was like, oh my goodness, he was not lying. Like it's amazing how we have a foundation from classical music, and that's carried in like it's amazing. So that's why I listen to a lot more classical music now.
I listen to a lot of piano stuff usually when I work out. I don't know, I like it.
Well, you work out, okay.
It makes me feel good. A lot of like I listen to a lot of Beethoven, like his piano concertos.
Beethoven goes off.
Fucking love it whenever I'm working out. It makes me feel so good.
Imagine just listening to oh my gosh, I forgot what's that song when it's bum 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 bum.
Oh yeah.
Like just running on the treadmill, just listening to that first beginning, and like just listen to all of that.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So you do competitions, but you also did what was it, like a musical thing?
Oh, so we had
here recently?
opera.
Yeah, an opera.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I actually, in one of my classes, we designed the posters for that.
Right, yes.
It's like my business writing class. We designed posters and stuff.
Business writing class?
Yes.
Design the posters?
Yes. Okay, we're very involved.
Can I have like a graphics design class or somebody who's more qualified? Fucking the business writers, they're creative. What the fuck?
Well, I guess because they're like marketing things. I think that's why.
But there's probably a marketing class.
There's definitely a marketing class.
There's a marketing class. I totally forgot about that.
It's a weird choice.
It's because our teacher knows the opera person, director. But how'd that go? I wanted to go, but I think we were out of town. So
I didn't even know
out of town.
Yeah, we were in Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
During that weekend.
First of all, people get the wrong concept of opera, about opera.
Sure.
Opera isn't just about and I said this in one of my vlogs, opera isn't just about screaming to the top of your lungs. It's a lot of intense emotion amplified.
Right.
It's just living just over dramatically. That's what opera is.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that composers write an opera it's just so beautiful. The Medium was my first opera ever.
Yeah.
It was way different from a musical, but not too different from a musical. It was we did very great. Every single night, it seemed like we just intensified all the emotions higher and higher each night.
It's really cool.
It was just so amazing. My friend, we were spirits in the play, in the opera. We were spirits, and there were 5 speaking parts. But we were spirits, so we were like present the whole time, but we were like as picture frames with masks on that were super cool. And I remember the last night of our show, my friend who was on the right of me, she started crying underneath her mask. Like you could hear it, and I thought it was somebody in the back because we have a live orchestra. And that was the first time like the opera have been able to partner with the orchestra to do something like this.
That's really cool.
And she was crying because one of the parts, one of the main characters, her name was Monica, and then she had this like lover who was deaf. Well, he wasn't deaf; he was mute. Let me get that correct. He was mute, and he would get abused by her mom, who was like a drunk like gypsy lady who was robbing people of their money by doing these fake seances. And during one of the parts, the reason why my friend cried is because she was singing as if Toby was speaking, and so she was Toby's voice. And one of the parts, she said to Toby, she was like, "Toby, I just want you to know you have the most beautiful voice in the world." And I just listen. I just hear from the side of me like sniffles. I just hear sniffles. Like we're on stage, you just hear sniffles. She's in a moment. Like it's just because she connected to it, and that's what I love about anything in the arts. Like the connections that you can make from it. Like you can emote to anything. Like I feel like I don't know. It was just truly beautiful. Like I teared up, but I didn't cry because I just don't like crying all the time. But
I like musicals a lot, and I'm a crier. So pretty much, if it's a good musical, then I'll cry like 4 times.
Most definitely.
If it's good. And operas are a whole different thing because they do like I have season tickets to the Muni, and they do they usually do 1 opera a year, and those are like always super intense.
Right. It's just like an intense. It's just the emotions just amplified by like 1,000 and. It was just super cool to be a part of that, and I miss being on stage as well, performing, because in high school I did musicals. And it was just awesome to be on stage and just to have that energy and that bond together. So, I miss it.
What did you who did you perform, or what did you do in the opera?
So I was a spirit. We during our regular opera classes, we design like a character analysis about like each person's spirit, and we had to get 3 pictures that represented our spirit. And I remember talking to them about how my spirit was like super corrupt when he was like living on earth, and he was corrupt and he was just going through like just doing all these like bad things, and he was ganged up on, and he was like killed. And so he was in the purgatory, and he was like trying to get his like soul like redeemed by God and stuff. So he was corrupted, but wanted to cleanse himself, and he was like just wanting to be remorseful for all the things that he's done bad, so that he could go to heaven. And so living in that spirit world, like how my director, how she had it, like we were present on stage like throughout the whole entire show, and it was like our worlds just like colliding together, basically. Like we have the living right here, but there's also the spirit realm as well. Like they're present, but they're just not like visible. So it was really cool how she did it. I truly appreciated her like vision on that, and it made a lot of people question. It left a lot of people questioning, which is what we wanted. So
it did because my teacher, in fact the director, came into the class and described it. And she's the one who made me kind of want to go. I ended up not being able to because of the date. But it definitely sounded really interesting, and it's the first opera that I actually found like at least interesting. I've never seen an opera, but sounded interesting.
It was so cool. Could miss it. It was so awesome.
Do you think UMSL does a lot of
so
stuff, or no?
for like operas.
For operas, musicals, plays.
So I know last year, before I came to UMSL, they did Pirates of Penzance, and they actually won an award for like placing like first in like for like operas like around.
Dang.
So I was like, that's amazing for us to have that honor.
Mm-hmm.
And so during the week of the show, they had like Pirate Week.
Oh.
And so they had like, we were like doing things they were doing like different things every single day of the week for like the Pirates like theme. So we wanted to do something this semester with like the spirit stuff. We had a mask making session.
Yep.
And I think we had something else, but I'm not sure.
Didn't you guys have you guys watched a movie or something? Like, there's because we had to on the posters and stuff, we had to write up like the schedule for all the events of the week. I think you guys had like a movie or something. You had like a movie event or something.
They might have, but I probably did not get the memo about that one. I probably didn't get the memo about that one, but the people that were able to go to the mask making station, it was just because it was in their like availability. I wasn't available because it's a class. So
yeah. I heard, didn't you guys get somebody really cool to make the masks?
Yes.
And
so
they were really awesome.
It was this. My director, she got in contact with this lady who makes masks over in Canada.
Yes.
Whoa.
And it was just amazing that, we were able to get someone so far away to make create these amazing masks, which meant a lot to Dr. Marku, which is my opera director.
Yeah.
And it just meant a lot to her, and it meant a lot to us. And those masks definitely made their presence on the stage. Like it made everything just so much more valuable.
Gotcha.
So it was just
elevated everything.
Right. It was just amazing. So
do you guys do you have any pictures of those?
yes, I do.
Just send them to us. We'll put them up during the video, so people can understand what we're talking about.
Right.
Thanks, Jake.
You're welcome.
Jake edits all the videos, so he gets angry when I throw in stuff.
I don't get angry. I'm just you're very presumptuous saying we're gonna put this in. And I'm like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, we are.
As a team.
As a team.
There we go.
There's a team. I thought about it, and you did it.
And you question why it takes me weeks to edit these podcasts.
Oh my gosh, editing is always the worst.
Usually
always
it takes
the
me
worst.
4-ish hours, but I procrastinate because I don't
Yeah.
want to sit at my desk for 4 hours. All right, what else you got, Eli?
So, we talked about operas and musicals. Do you have a favorite opera or musical?
So my favorite musical, and this is something that I wanted to shout out today.
Yeah.
Back home, at my alma mater, Alden High School, they are doing Hairspray, and Hairspray is my all-time favorite musical ever. That's my favorite one. It just beats so many odds, and I just love it. They're doing it. Their opening night is tonight and tomorrow, so good luck out there, Alden High School. Go! I love you guys so much. But that is one of my favorite musicals. They waited until I graduated to do it. I would have
Of course,
been
that's
a
how it
badass
works.
seaweed. Okay, so that's my favorite musical. For operas, I haven't seen many operas yet. I've heard of the Wedding of Figaro and Rigoletto and stuff like that, but I haven't actually seen them.
Gotcha.
But the medium so far, that's my first opera I've ever been a part of, and to actually get the storyline.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one so far.
Yeah,
that's my
makes
favorite one
sense.
so far.
It probably always will be pretty special to you.
Yeah.
It's your first one. I saw my first musical recently. We went to Chicago, live musical. We went and saw Hamilton.
Hamilton, okay.
That's my favorite. First one seeing live.
You just gotta go and
first one to see,
Yeah, for actually our first one to see. That's very amazing.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Pretty good.
I'm also a big fan of rap. So
Of rap,
that
and they
helps.
have a lot of that. Yeah,
Yes.
they have a lot of that.
Yes. We'll probably cut this part out. I was trying to think.
Oh,
Well,
There's definitely editing on this podcast.
yeah, I love musicals.
yeah, musicals are dope.
Big fan.
You just gotta go on Netflix and just just go to the musical settings
Oh yeah.
and just pick the ones that are there. Don't even know if you know them or not. Like, doesn't
Never
matter.
heard of it. Oh, they'll probably be good.
Just give it a look, because there's some really good musicals out there. I've been in about 5 musicals so far, like throughout my years. Like, I've wanted to do them when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I was scared. Like, Swabu was very nervous when he was
Yeah.
younger and shy.
Which
So
ones have you done?
I've been in Grease Junior. I've been in the Pajama Games. That was my first high school musical. Anything Goes, which is an amazing tap show. Oh my goodness.
Okay, cool.
Anything Goes was the highlight of my year. Highlight of my senior year was Anything Goes. I was a sailor, and oh my goodness, the choreography for it was just incredible. I miss Anything Goes so much, and I would do it again in a heartbeat.
That's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. I eventually maybe if there's like a local.
Most definitely do it. Like, I know that they do them. Back home, we have there's a little theater called Alton Mill Theater,
Yeah.
and that's where I did Grease at. I talked to like the directors last night when I was at Applebee's, and they want me to come in and do, because they're about to do The Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
So I'm like,
cool.
if I have time this summer, I will totally do it.
Do you work at Applebee's?
I do work at Applebee's. I'm a server.
Have you ever heard of
Nice.
Have you ever heard of Bees Bangers?
Bees Bangers.
Yeah, the music they play in the Applebee's is
Oh.
Only
Always a tenor.
bangers.
they always kill it in there.
Always.
Wow.
kill it. We have never been into an Applebee's and they weren't playing a banger. That's
Yeah.
why we say that.
Bees Bangers. Okay, that's gonna stick with me.
I'm kind of upset because the last time I was in Applebee's, I was really drunk, so I didn't get to experience the bangers.
Yeah, that was a Missouri State. So like it started in high school. Me, Jake, my girlfriend Lizzie, and
Mhm.
Colton, our other roommate. We all went to the same high school, and we all decided we were going to UMSL together.
Mhm.
So we decided to start doing like once a week or every other week. We go to the movies on like a Tuesday night. It's $5 movie,
Right.
and then you go to Applebee's after 9. You get half price appetizers.
Oh yes.
So we spent a lot of nights at Applebee's,
Yeah,
and
they-
without fail, they
It's
never
also
did not
squad.
playing a banger
Oh yeah, the bangers are classic.
Oh yeah.
from all different
It
genres.
just got weird because we were like, dang, they're playing like
Yeah, Applebee's, they stay
hit
hip.
after hit after hit.
They hip on everything.
And also, we've noticed their commercials. They even play bangers in their commercials.
It's just interesting
I don't know
how
if
they can
have the
pull it
rights
off.
to just like everything. They kill it.
They just kill it. Yes.
I wanted to ask you like what you have thought about your UMSL experience, your degree program, and all that stuff.
So, my experience with UMSL so far. So this is my first year.
Yep.
I have enjoyed being here. Like, it's not an expensive college. It's not. It's
Yes.
it's not.
It's
And
great for the money.
It's
for sure.
it's great, definitely. And then I came here for the music program specifically. My directors in the music program, they're just incredible people. I aspire to be like my choir director, Dr. Henry. He is just an incredible man, like human being. He's very just like faith driven and passionate about everything that he does. And every word that he speaks is like fire, and it makes me want to cry. Okay, every time he speaks, it's just so inspirational, just so full of wisdom. It just makes me just melt. I'm just like, stop! You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. Yeah, we have a good college of ed too,
mhm.
so they kill it.
Yes, just amazing. There's one little problem with the program.
Yeah.
And that's just music theory. Music
Oh,
theory
yeah.
is such a tough class. Like, I'm in theory 2 right now, and I have to take, I think, all the way to theory 4.
Mhm.
Theory 2 has been, I would say, a description of me getting ran over by a freight train like 3 times, back and forth, just like going over me and back, and then going over me again and just back. this has been a rough semester for me in theory. Last year in Theory 1 was super easy. I believe we would just, write our name on a piece of paper and we would get like a good grade.
Yeah.
Okay? Theory 2 came into play this semester and kicked me in my throat, drop kicked me. Like, it hurt.
Yeah.
It was like going, like that episode of SpongeBob when they were on that Fiery Fist of Pain, that roller coaster. It was like being on that, okay, just in real life. And instead of like coming out of the water, I was like coming out of like going into space and can't breathe because I'm like I'm like suffocating on Theory right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Like all this isn't making sense right now.
Yeah.
And one of the upperclassmen told me yesterday that they just learned in Theory 4 that everything that we're learning now in Theory 2 is a lie.
Oh,
so everything just like keeps changing.
Rough.
Everything just keeps changing with Theory, and it's just like, okay, like that's fine.
Yeah, a lot of degrees have those classes that are like designed to be like weed people out. And, like if you're legit, you gotta take a class.
This has been, but I am super happy because, like I said, it was like me getting hit with a freight train like multiple times. I struggled with a D in that class all semester. Yeah. And I finally brought it up to a B.
That's good.
So
that's
I
really
am just like, yesterday when I found out my grade in the class was celebration day, so I was a little intoxicated as well, okay? But it was amazing because I've been putting so much effort into trying to, of course learn the material, but make sure that my grades are reflecting that I'm learning this material.
Gotcha.
And then me, just being driven with like nothing but like positivity, I'm wanting to make the dean's list again. So, it's amazing. That's a big goal for me. But other than that, my vocal growth from last semester to this semester has been incredible. My voice teacher, she tells me this all the time, like, do you remember yourself last semester? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, you're far from where you are then. Mm-hmm. So I'm grateful for the growth. You just got to trust the process.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just practicing.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of practice.
And sometimes you don't want to practice.
But yeah, for my overall experience with UMSL, it's been amazing. It's been incredible. I can't wait to, finish out. I miss living on campus. Like, commuting as a music major is not fun because you have 8 a.m. classes every single day. Ooh. And let's say if you live in a river town like Alton, Illinois, okay? Just putting it out there. Yeah. You have got to make sure you can beat out all the odds. Like now with all this rain and stuff, there's floods. The highway was flooded for like a whole week. Oh. Our main highway to get out.
Season,
yeah.
So, it's, just being a music major and having to commute isn't ideal unless you live like within 5 minutes from the school.
Yeah.
Our hometown floods too.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
What the hell?
we're by a river. I don't know.
We're in a bowl.
Do you have any advice or maybe any mistakes that other maybe music majors or just anybody in general could learn from?
Oh yes. So last semester was my turning point to why I wanted to make sure I had to. Okay, let me start over. Last semester was a great eye opener for me. Okay. The first 4 weeks, I would say, of that semester, the first month, was hell. It was fun, but it was hell because I was not worried about practicing as much, but more worried about the social aspects because I'm such a social person. I was trying to get into Greek life and all this type of stuff, and it was like too much. Yeah. So
I just want to say that when I first met you, I came back and I told Jake I met the most charismatic person ever. And Jake said, no, I'm more charismatic.
Oh my gosh, I truly appreciate that.
I was like, no, Jake.
I was just goofing.
Just goofing.
He's just messing with me. But that's what I said, like literally the first time I met you. Like after you, because I trained you at work that day or whatever. After that, I came back, I was like, I met the most charismatic person ever.
Well, I truly appreciate that. Thank you. But I would say make sure you find a good balance in between, like wanting to be social and practicing your music.
Yeah.
I would say prioritize it. Make sure you do your music first, then go and socialize.
Yeah.
I did completely the opposite. I socialized and socialized. I barely practiced. I had my first playing test for piano and failed it because I was at this party. I was at this social event.
Yeah.
I went to this party again. I went to Wine Wednesday here and all this other type of stuff. Like it's fun and all, but you have to. That's not why you're in college. Like you're in college for your degree.
Yeah.
To find your balance.
You have to find a healthy balance for it.
Yeah.
So
And everybody's different. So.
right.
Definitely. I definitely think that a lot of people, especially more socially inclined people, can struggle with that coming to college because it opens so many different social doors.
Right.
That you can just go everywhere.
Right, and it's
And,
it's just like being a kid in the candy store. It's like, oh my gosh, I want to do this,
There's
but I also want to do
everywhere.
like it's like you're just like a dog in the park. Okay,
Yeah.
like it's just just an override of like emotions. Okay,
Mhm.
excited emotions.
Yeah.
But definitely like. And I had to put this into consideration too. Like people who aren't music majors, they don't have to practice all the time. They can do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then in the morning, like they could bullshit a paper real quick.
100%.
You can't bullshit like if you didn't practice like your lessons.
Yeah.
You can't bullshit those notes, okay?
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna know. Ooh, you're not singing the right stuff. Or piano test. Ooh, that's not right. Wrong fingerings. And definitely because all of my classes are performance-based classes
Yeah.
with oral training, which is ear training, which is sight reading skills, and just pitch memory and like learning how to like train your ear to hear different things.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't practice your homework that she gave you, you're not gonna get a good grade on that performance that you did. So it's a lot. Just make sure that you practice before you go and socialize or do whatever else.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it's a handful. And we definitely deserve more than the credits that we get for the classes because it's so intense.
It's a tough program.
Oh yeah, it's a very tough program.
Oh,
but
yeah,
to get
sure.
1 credit from a class.
Oh, you get
No.
1 credit?
So theory, we get 3 credits for, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Music, oral training, we get 2. Piano, you only get 1 credit.
Dang.
And then like your applied voice lessons, you get 1 credit as well. So
Dang.
I'm just like, piano is very intuitive. You have to practice like so much. Like I would say out of the week for piano, I practice like 4 hours.
4 hours a week.
4 hours a week for piano.
It's a lot.
So, and I have piano for 2 days a week. So that's you have to practice or you're just gonna fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake's actually trying to learn piano right now.
Yeah.
He's not doing that though.
It's
Thing is, because I play guitar,
uh-huh.
and whenever I was learning guitar, I was like super young and I had a lot of time, and I could just like play 10 hours a week and I wouldn't care.
And you wouldn't care, yeah.
And piano, it's like,
We're-
the thing is, it's pretty like, it's cool because I feel like it's if you like theory or music science, then like it's all laid out in front of you, and
Right.
it's pretty cool. But still, I don't practice as much. My goal is to make sure my keyboard doesn't pick up dust.
Yes, yes.
That's my goal. As long as I'm playing enough where it doesn't get dusty, we're good.
Right. Last semester, my dorm was my best friend because I had my keyboard with me. I brought it from home, and I would lock myself in my dorm room for 4 hours straight, just doing nothing but practicing for, my oral training class, practicing like for voice lessons, doing some touch-ups for piano, and then like also just like going through music theory homework. Like my dorm was my best friend.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. Is a lot of other programs you can like go to the library and do all your study or whatever.
Right.
But you can't do that.
You
here.
can't do that.
Performances. I mean, you could, but people might.
People would.
People might be like,
You
what the fuck
probably get kicked out of the
Well, there's those
library.
people in like it's the quad where they're like they bring their family and they like do the like drums and like
Oh, yeah.
have you ever seen those people?
You make some money.
Oh
some
yeah,
money.
most definitely. But that's when they like get into the like busking scene.
Have you ever busted before?
I have not. I have a friend who does it around here. He does it at the baseball games sometimes.
Oh, cool.
His name's Evan Cole.
What does he do?
He sings. He sings and plays piano.
Yeah, I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he goes to like all the like Cardinals baseball games. He goes to the CBC high school. It's like this Christian.
Oh yeah. I had a friend that went there.
Yeah, he goes there and he's amazing. He auditioned for like American Idol. He got a gold ticket, made it to Hollywood, and then, you know.
Yeah, I've definitely seen him because I go to a lot of Cardinals games.
Yeah,
He's pretty talented.
He's awesome. He's awesome. I get to see him because he comes down to this other river town that's next to my river town called Grafton, and he plays at this place called the Loading Dock, and he's just incredible. He's incredible.
Cool. Yeah, I've done it a couple times, and it can be a thing where you work for like 3 or 4 hours, and it's like, cool, I got $8.
I want to try that though. I want to try that.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure he makes a decent amount of Cardinals games.
Oh.
You get like drunk people walking out and be like, here's $20. Oh
he
my
gets-
God, you're playing Elton John.
Yes, he gets like really good like Cardinal, like people drop like Cardinals tickets in his hat, and I'm just like,
cool.
oh my goodness, he gets some like good seats.
He has a good spot too. He's right, like everybody has to walk past him, go in the parking lot.
Yeah, every time I get to
He's a
see
good
him,
setup.
I get to, I tip him well, and then I also like just sit there jamming with him. Like I just love when he sings. So.
Yeah, it's cool. And he does it after the game too, which I think is
Yep,
pretty
right after the game.
smart.
Smart.
I mean, it's a lot of effort.
Smart.
It is. It is.
But it's good. I'm sure he makes decent money.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about getting into like the music scene in St. Louis, like performing places or whatnot? Because I know we talked and you said you've been in like you were in like one band or something.
Yeah.
Or something.
So I had a barbershop quartet,
Yeah.
and we were called Double Stuffed Oreo. It was comprised of
That's a
me,
great name.
my cousin, and then it was my two of my really good friends, Reese and Kevin. And the way we were formatted was of a double stuffed Oreo, and it worked out because me
That's
being
awesome.
a countertenor, I was, on the outside. My cousin, he was a bass,
Yeah,
so he was on the
that's
outside, and the tenor one and the he sang tenor two, lead in that one, the lead, and then the baritone.
Yeah.
They were, in the middle. So it worked out perfectly for us to be called Double Stuffed Oreo. I actually have a video of us singing like a little snippet of it. If you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, you can send that to us too.
Send that to y'all too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I can send y'all that. We were going to perform for this, the grand opening for this candy shop that opened up in my hometown. But
That's cool.
dates got pushed back way too many times. And, Reese and Kevin, they had to go off to college.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was.
Hate when that happens.
It was a little something. But to answer your question, so I have a lot of growth that I have to do within myself still. Like, I'm very confident with like what I can do, but with my sound, it's totally different.
Yeah.
And sometimes I discourage myself because I'm like, well, I don't sound like this person, which, I'm not designed to sound like that person.
Yeah.
I sound like me.
Yeah.
And, it's stuff that I want to do. I want to get into like the songwriting part. Like, I've written a song before, but haven't really gotten to like how I want it to like sound.
Yeah,
So
you want to like work on making yourself
good enough to do that
I wish
stuff.
I would have done that. I just went into it.
And that's great because that's awesome that you like just went ahead and just took the chance of doing it.
I hear that a lot with like people who are really good and who have made it. They're like, they talk about how they just like
They struggled.
they talk about how they really wanted to like start writing music and doing stuff, but they forced themselves not to because they were not like a talented enough musician or they
Right.
didn't work on their voice. And that's some crazy discipline because sometimes you just want to do it.
Yeah. And like I've auditioned like for things. I've auditioned for The Voice, and
That's cool.
that was a really cool experience. I went to Chicago, Illinois to audition, and we auditioned for a producer, and it was just really incredible. It was an incredible experience. I didn't get a call back for it, but just to be there and to hear all these like talented people, it was so uplifting and encouraging. Like it'll come again soon. I said give me about 2 or 3 more years to work on myself, and I'll be auditioning again.
Yeah. It's rough with those things too, because not only do you have to be a good singer, but you have to like they're looking for certain types of people too.
Right. So. And
it's a struggle.
Going into it, I was nervous. You could tell I was nervous, and I like you're saying they're looking for that person with the it personality, like with that it factor.
Yeah.
And going into it, I was just very nervous, and I want my personality to like flourish and stuff. Like this season, it's this girl on there who auditioned with what was that? Did she audition with Scrubs or did she audition for? Yeah, I think she auditioned with Scrubs. Her name is Kim Cherry. And she has a freaking incredible voice. Like she was doing the rapping part and she was singing too. I was like, okay, she has personality. Yeah. So I understand what they want, but it's very hard because your fate is in the hands of one person.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah. Definitely.
You could probably pull it off when you're a charismatic person.
Yeah, if I show that more instead of being nervous.
Just gotta make the room yours whenever you audition.
Exactly.
What did you audition with?
So I wanted to audition, and my hometown was very supportive of me. Like I was just like being shared everywhere. Like my manager one of my managers at the time at Applebee's took a picture of me because my friend had made this like good luck cake for me, and like over 200 shares, and I posted a video of like the song that I wanted to audition for, which was Sam Smith, Lay Me Down.
Okay.
I wanted to audition with that song, but when I got to Chicago, I changed it, and I auditioned with Say Something by A Great Big World.
Okay.
And I feel like it was an okay choice to change it, but it probably wasn't the smartest choice.
Yeah, the Sam Smith might have been.
The Sam Smith probably would have been. Right.
Showed off your unique voice better.
Right. So I just got really, really nervous. I was like, do I want to still sing this, or do I want to change it? So, I ended up changing it, and that probably could have been the downfall of me, but there's always room for improvement. Yeah. And they after you finish, they tell you like, thank you, you guys sounded amazing, but this is the person I want to like. They'll either tell you that this is the person they want to like hear again, like they stay afterwards, or thanks for showing, have a fantastic day.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
And there's so many great singers that just exist.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be pretty intimidating. I can only imagine if you're an amazing singer, you go and you see like thousands of other amazing singers.
Right.
It's like, oof. Okay.
Competition. Okay. So yeah.
So you have a blog, right?
Yes, I do.
What's it called?
The vlog.
So
Vlog.
I have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is just Swabu Jefferson for right now, just my name. And
that works.
On my first video that I posted, I have about 6 videos up right now.
Yeah.
The first video I posted, I was talking about making a video series, which was not actually what I wanted to do, and I had a disclaimer with my second video about it. I don't want to have a video series, but it's just gonna be like, not daily posts of my life, but it's gonna be like a video a week, or
it's like a video diary.
Yeah, something like that, just to basically either sum up like my week, like my day. I'll probably record that day, or ideas that I have floating around. So very first video, it has like 371 views so far, and I'm like really excited. And I want my name to like expand more, and I have some definite like inspirations. I watch Emma Chamberlain a lot. She's like super freaking funny. The Dolan twins. I don't listen to Jake Paul. I don't really watch Jake Paul, but David Dobrik.
Yeah, my sister's into that type of stuff.
Yeah,
so I've seen a couple of those types of things.
Yeah, like they're
cool. I mean, if you get a person that has a good personality,
right?
People just want to like, I don't know. It's similar to a podcast. People turn it on because it's just like people doing people things.
Right, right. And I feel like in some of my videos, like now since I've like gotten to like the part of like recording, and then I got to edit, and then sometimes like I'll write down like during the time that I'm recording, write down like something just to make sure I'm on track or something, so I'm not just like rambling.
Off the walls.
Yeah. We should probably
So-
start doing that.
I feel like
Do that.
I'm like a little dull. Like my personality isn't shining. Like I'll do some things. Like my first day of school vlog. It was a section where I was recording myself working at Oak Hall, and I was being goofy or whatever, just being me. And I just feel like when it's the parts with me talking by myself, I don't know, I feel awkward or something.
You have to get used to it.
Yeah, it's
definitely-
just,
Because it's not the thing people usually do.
Yeah, it's not
Maybe
normal.
crazy people.
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know. I love the camera on me. Like I like it, but it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm holding back,
Yeah.
which I shouldn't.
And I feel like the really good vloggers, they just are super comfortable.
They're just super
Like,
comfortable.
everywhere, like, either
Right.
public or anywhere. They're just like.
Yeah.
So you
Exactly.
definitely have to build that skill up. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like anything. You have to learn and practice and build it. That's why, I mean, we are learning this still.
Right.
Definitely, we've gotten better from our first one, but like,
Yeah,
lots
still
of
working on it.
things we
becoming
still.
podcast geniuses.
Podcast
Exactly.
geniuses, yes. And
Yeah.
so, like, I was having the impression this semester that I wanted to post a video a week.
Okay.
Um,
Little ambitious.
I posted 3 videos this semester, and that was it, because this semester has kicked my ass. Okay, it has
First
kicked
semester is rough for anyone.
super rough.
It's
Yeah.
always a rough time.
I
Starts
took-
getting warm. You want to go outside.
right, and it's just so many like it just feels like it's speeding up, first of all, so it's like everything is just like crashing like all at once, and I'm just like, can everything slow down, because I am not there yet. Okay. But my ideal for the summer, because I'm going to be a little bit free, even though I'm going to be
Yeah.
working a lot
At the bees.
at the Bees, okay? And then also, if you're in the Alton area, come to Shivers Frozen Custard, Godfrey, Illinois, okay? Work there as well.
You work 2 jobs?
I work 2 jobs. I was
Oh,
working
nice.
3 jobs this semester, because I was working at the front desk as well,
gosh,
and that
that's-
was murderous.
Jeez.
That was murderous.
He's on that grind.
That's,
Yeah.
it's serious
but-
time.
This summer, I'll be posting like a video a week. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because, like you were talking about with the editing
Oh,
takes
yeah.
so long for me. Like, I have so many different ideas of what I want to do. Like, and I do all my editing on my phone. Like,
Oh, really?
I record on my phone. I do my editing on my phone with this app called Kinemaster.
Okay.
Pretty good app. I just got a MacBook, which I think was probably the worst idea I've ever done in my life, because it has video. It has iMovie on it,
Right.
which is fine. That's what I used for my first video.
Yeah.
But Kinemaster offers so many more things.
Yeah.
So like trying to find something like that I can edit on without editing on my phone
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's something.
would
There's a lot
be
of software.
ideal.
Yeah.
So
That'd be cool. Yeah, I like the Macs are nice for music because
Mhm.
they give GarageBand's really, for being free and coming on it, it's pretty nice.
right.
But I've always had PCs, so
hmm
Yeah.
I had to buy more expensive software,
Yeah.
which is fine. Which is probably what you might have to do eventually.
And Logic on that's expensive. That's
Oh, it
like
is.
$300.
I use
I'm
Ableton,
like,
which was like, it's usually like 500. I got mine for a deal, so it wasn't that bad.
well, I'm glad. What was the deal?
Like 200.
Oh, well, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it. It's worth it. It's one of those things like if you're gonna record a lot of stuff, you just gotta bite the bullet. And pay for
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And so, with my vlog, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that.
Mhm.
I want to have music incorporated with it as well, because on my first video, I talked about how being a music major and wanting to post videos of my like growth with my voice. So,
Yeah.
I've been getting videos recorded of me during my opera class, because they're basically that class is time for us to like work on our pieces that we're working on during the semester.
Okay.
So I get videos, but they record them vertically when I need them recorded horizontally. And so I'm like, I can't put this in my video because it's horizontal. It's vertical right
Yeah.
now. So I'll have to remind them today, because we have to sing record it horizontal for me, please, so I can post this on my vlog.
Yeah.
And then I have another vlog that I'll be, recording soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reaction to my Finsta posts. So stay tuned for that, everyone. I've posted that on my social media.
What made you want to vlog?
So I feel that I have a pretty interesting life. Like, why not show everyone? I have the personality, and just I feel like it's a good come up. To be honest, like it's something great to do. I feel like it's something that shows off my the creative aspect of me besides my like singing, because I can do some pretty cool editing stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. And I think also people that do it, having that to look back on, like in maybe like 5 or 10 years, you like have these videos, you're like, man,
right,
look at where I was. Look what I was doing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's really fun. I enjoy doing it. Even though it doesn't look like that on my face, I enjoy doing it. I love it. So
that's cool. I watched your first one, I believe, and then I watched at least part of your last one. Is that the one where you got your nose
my
ring?
nose ring, yeah.
I've been trying to convince Jake to get a septum piercing for a long time.
Well,
A septum.
I don't know about the septum. I've been considering a nose ring for sure.
Yeah, it's been.
But
A septum.
it's been a joke. Apparently, so he started saying that I should get the septum, and then we were hanging out with our friends from high school at Missouri State last weekend, and then I should get a septum piercing too.
Because we might start this punk band this summer.
They're all in cahoots with each other to try to get you
seemed
to
like
do it.
We barely started talking, and then he just looked at me. He's like, "No, you look good with the septum piercing." And I was like, "Are you serious?"
I'm trying to envision it right now. It wouldn't look bad.
I wouldn't.
You would either a nose ring or a septum. It wouldn't look terrible.
Yeah.
But the septum's cool.
I think I might start with the cartilage on my ear and see what happens.
I couldn't do that. That hurts.
Yeah, apparently it does hurt. Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I don't want to do that. People get this like little thing in here pierced.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we
like,
saw a girl that had that last
Oh
week
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That looks painful.
very.
I feel like I'll start there and see how I like it.
See how you like it, yeah.
Because I feel like if I come home to a septum piercing, my religious parents might not super vibe with that.
I can't get with the piercings for myself, but I get it.
You can tell people about getting them.
You're more of a tattoo person.
Yeah.
Yeah, your tattoo is awesome. I have 3 tattoos, but I want to get more.
I'm gonna be pretty covered at the end of my life.
I'm getting like a handful, but I want them to be like super nice.
Yeah, and all of my tattoos are like something significant. So
yeah.
Besides the one that I got on my chest, it's Pisces, and that's what I am. I'm a Pisces.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I'm a Leo, so.
That's why, yes.
Boom.
But like
Is it on your chest too?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh.
Dang.
There you go.
It's got the astrology tattoos on
Yeah,
your chest.
it's super cool. I like it.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about mine meaning something, to be honest. I just want them to be really cool looking.
Yeah.
So I want to get like a really nice artist for mine.
You can get people. I know someone who has like a pizza, like the earth.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that tattooed on his arm.
So you can do whatever you
And
want.
I'm like, I mean, go off, but
Pizza
forever.
I mean, if it's a memory of something,
Probably.
it probably is.
Well,
Like, cause I'm reserving this entire leg for like memory stuff. So getting tattoos with other people when I do special things, just like that.
You and
just-
Lizzie couple tattoos.
That's been discussed.
That's been discussed. Okay.
Well, his dad's a tattoo artist, so they can do it for free.
That's true.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
His dad's pretty good.
What did I ever show you the one on my back? He's done. No.
No, I've never seen that one.
I'll show you after.
Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
And he gives them free tattoos.
So.
Well, that's awesome. Did he do this?
No,
one
this
too?
one I went to another guy with. So like this was the one from my dad. He gives Lizzie hers, but I'm gonna collect. So I'm gonna go to all over. I'm actually probably planning a trip to go to Canada next year.
Canada.
And get a tattoo from this guy. I'll show you afterwards. Him also, but he's
Canada.
fantastic.
I actually found out that because I partner with St. Louis Children's Choirs through my Teach Ed class.
Yeah.
the lady that I like talk to for everything, she's like the like my supervisor, I would say. I just found out yesterday that she's Canadian. She's from she's from Canada. Like her and her husband, and they like moved here. Like they've been here for like 20 years now. Huh. And I'm like, I would have never guessed.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay.
It happens all the time, dude. Because sometimes you see like famous people. It's like they're from Canada. It's like, oh, no.
Right.
It's just like an extended United States, except for they have like some more chill.
And they're way nicer.
Yeah.
Apparently they're nicer.
Dude, there's this Canadian guy when we went to Disney 2 years ago, or maybe it was Universal. I think it was Disney. This Canadian guy, and he was like our server. Mm-hmm. He's like the nicest guy.
Yeah. I think it's people from like even the northern United States are super nice.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because like there's some people I've met in Minnesota who are like that too. It's just like super nice, and they have that accent.
Minnesota.
It's just so
Minnesota.
I just want to hug them all.
I know. I want to go and visit Minnesota soon because it's just it seems so beautiful there. Like.
Yeah, it's cool. I was driving through Minnesota and I hit a deer and I totaled my aunt's car. And the tow truck driver was the nicest guy ever. He was like this big, this big Minnesotan. He was super kind.
That was in high school, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I was like 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I was 17 because, I don't know, maybe I just turned 18 because I remember I was the only like legal adult on the trip.
You were the only legal adult?
Yeah, because I was with my cousin and his friends, and they're all younger. So like I was in charge. Like legally, whenever we went to the hotel and stuff, like I was in charge.
Yeah, you was in charge.
And then I totaled my aunt's car.
Oh my gosh.
And we were in the middle of nowhere in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I was like,
well,
shit. Okay.
Well, that's never happened to me.
Yeah.
I lied, but I didn't hit a deer.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, last weekend I went to this city like 30 minutes from my hometown, and I was driving. It was me, my brother, and my cousin. I was driving, and all of a sudden, like, we see this thing like run across the street and like hits my car.
Yeah.
But I didn't like run it over. I think it just hit like my headlight or something like that. It was a freaking raccoon. And I was like so scared that I killed it because it hit my car pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why would it run across the street like that? I did not see it.
Yeah.
And I was going at least 60 miles an hour.
That's the thing. I was going probably 75.
Oh my
There's a
God.
highway. And I smashed this deer. And I just saw it like its legs fly off. And I was like, I just killed a fucking deer.
You saw its legs fly off?
Yeah. It
Oh
was
my
intense.
God.
And like, luckily, because whenever you hit a deer, you're supposed to like make sure it's not in the road. Luckily, it landed in the shoulder. But like, if I would have had to run across the highway to move a deer, I would have lost it because I was already freaking out.
Oh my God.
Not only did I destroy my aunt's car, but I killed this.
Yes.
This poor guy. He didn't see it. He ran right into me. I was going 75.
I've also only hit one animal, except my animal was a skunk.
Oh no.
That's the worst.
That's
Dude,
the worst
my
case
car,
scenario.
Like inside my car stunk for like 3 days.
I think I kind of remember that.
It was on the way to your house.
That is
the
so
skunks
bad.
By my house, my parents' house is rough.
Literally, I was like, oh shoot, oh man.
I've encountered a skunk one time at a park, and that was that. I ran away.
They've sprayed my dogs a couple times. It's the worst.
They are the worst.
Because I don't know why they're in Arnold. There's so many of them.
There's a lot.
They're all just chilling.
Yeah. Think end it on musical shoutouts.
Musical shoutouts?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Jake's gonna do some research.
Okay.
But we'll do you can do yours first.
Okay. So
Okay.
all right, so for my musical shout out, it goes to Cynthia Urivo. She sings a song titled I'm Here. It's a single. And it's from this musical called The Color Purple.
Oh.
And
Great musical.
she just has an incredible voice. She just, I don't know. I feel every single word that she says in this song. So that's my musical shout out for you guys.
Sounds pretty cool.
I'm excited to listen to it.
I love The
Color Purple.
Yes.
I've never seen it. Maybe I'll have to watch it sometime.
You watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, we definitely jam on that.
All right.
I love you for watching it. I love you.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Jake's a big
musical
musical person for sure. I am less so, but I'm getting into it.
Figuring it out.
So for my musical shout out this week, I'm doing a band called Inner Outlines. They're from Central Illinois with some roots in St. Louis. So they play here quite a bit. They are, I'm doing a song off of, or I'm picking, the song that we're going to play for you today is called Reincarnate. It's off of their most recent album called Perspectives.
What a guy.
A legend.
Thank you.
Legend.
I totally didn't just pick this shout out right now. I'm going to do The Obsessives off their self-titled album from 2017. They're a cool band. I have no idea where they're from.
That's cool.
To be honest with you. Done near zero research. The song I'm going to do is Surfer Rosa. Because it's a song about listening to Surfer Rosa, the Pixies album. And it's a good song. Okay.
All right.
That was a good quality episode. Thank you, Swabu.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Thank you guys
We
so
had
much
a lot
for
of
having
fun.
me.
Definitely maybe do it again sometime.
Oh, most definitely.
How about you give them your social medias and we'll end it?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram. My account is Swabu Jefferson, Swabu_Jefferson.
Okay.
That's Swabu SWABU_Jefferson. And then you can follow me on Twitter at Jefferson Swabu. Snapchat if you want that, Swabu16.
Dang.
Just Swabu everything, okay?
Swabu everything. All right, guys. Have a nice day.
You looked at me. Goodbye.
Bye.